everybody, welcome back to my next video. Today we are going to make a quick and easy fun little fall card using some of the new products from Waffle Flower. We're going to be using the pop-up fall leaves panel die, the fall leaves background stencil, and our sentiment is going to be from the Give Thanks print die, so we're going to use that. And I do have a shader brush, but I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to save that for something else. Cardstocks, you're going to need a craft color cardstock for your card base. It's just a standard A2 size card. A piece of vanilla cardstock for your focal image. And then some scraps for our sentiment. I've got a piece from the Harvest paper pad from Scrapbook. Oh, sorry, that's the Spooky paper pad from scrapbook.com. And then I have some cinnamon cardstock. Alright, so we're going to get started. And first thing we're going to do is do our cover plate. I may have to cut my card panel down just a tad. So we're going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. So I want a little bit of that card base to show through. Alright, so we've got our front part cut out. I'm going to pull in the die cutting machine and we're going to cut this. It doesn't cut all the way through. It kind of pops up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to line this up on our focal point. And then I'm going to run that through. And I am going to pull in my stencil mat. And we are going to take and put that down. We're going to take our fall leaf stencil. And we're going to do a little ink blending on top of our leaves. And these just line up. So you're just going to center your die cuts in the stencil as best you can. And then I'm going to take some tape. This is the Spellbinder's Best Ever tape, I believe is what it's called. I'm just going to tape that in place. Had to go check on Rodney because he's up here again today. Alright, let me grab my blending brushes. We're going to use Spiced Marmalade, Aged Mahogany, and Crackling Campfire, Gathered Twigs, and some Rusty Hinge today as our ink blends. Alright, we're going to start off with our lighter color, which is going to be our red. This is the Crackling Campfire. I'm just going to add some here and there. Just jumping around our card. Let's go ahead and do our Spiced Marmalade next. So it's actually a nice, pretty golden yellow color, so it's a good fall color. Let me zoom out in a little bit and we'll slide our mat up just a tad. We'll switch to our Rusty Hinge. So we have some brown going on. And I'm making sure that the colors kind of overlap because they are Distress ink, so they are going to act nicely together. And I am letting them have a nice little gradient here and there. All right, we're going to add a little aged mahogany. Just scatter it around our card. Now, these products just came out in the last week or so, so you can find those at Waffle Flower. I will have links on my blog. The coordinating blog post will have all the details about the products that are used. All right, we're going to come back in with a little gathered twigs now, a little bit darker brown. A little down here. All right, I think that should be good. We'll move these out of the way. And I'm going to take just my towel and kind of buff that ink off just a little bit. I will clean it in a little bit with some alcohol. I believe all these products were released on October 5th. All right, I'm going to move my stencil mat, and then we can actually start adding this to our card base. Now we can take where this is connected, we can kind of lift up some of the leaves a little bit to give it a little bit more dimension. So we're just going to kind of take our finger, lift up under there. I have fat fingers, so we might have to use the pokey tool. They're only connected in certain areas. All right, there's our cute. Can you see all that dimension in there now? All right, we're going to take our card panel, our card base, and we're going to add this to our card front. And all we're going to do is run a little liquid glue along the edge. And in between some of the leaves. It's pretty easy to see, you can see. Add a little bit more. Alright, let's add that to our card front. Make sure it's nice and lined up. Alright, now we can come back and kind of zhuzh a little bit. Give it a little zhuzh. Go. We're going to put our sentiment on there. So let's die cut that out. So we're going to die cut the shadow with our cinnamon cardstock. And then our give thanks with our scrap of the spooky pattern paper. Add another little piece right there. And we'll probably need to add another one over here, just to be on the safe side. All right, I'm going to run these through and I'll be right back. All right, I went ahead and ran 3 more of my die cuts through so I can stack them up. So we're going to go ahead and layer these together. And the cardstock really did not matter. It was just more scrap out of my scrap pile. All right, so now, since we got all those stacked up, it gives us a nice thicker die cut that's going to give us a little oomph to our card without having to add a lot of dimension. So now we can put this on our shadow die. All right, we're going to add that to our shadow. And then we'll add this to our card front. You could decide to pop it up if you want. I'm just going to take and attach it right down. And I think right there is fabulous. All right, we're going to come in and add a little lift to some of these that are sticking out. Very, very gently. Just kind of lift them up. All right, we're going to finish this off and add a little embellishment to these. I'm just going to add a few pearls around our sentiment for a little extra. And there we have it, my friends. That is our card for today. I will see you in the next video. Stay crafty. Love you.